Hello, and welcome to the health education presentation on distracted driving. In this presentation, I will define distracted driving, discuss the dangers of this issue, and identify a few ways we can prevent ourselves and others from being distracted and stay safe while on the road. So what is distracted driving? Well, according to the National Highway Safety Association, distracted driving includes any activity that diverts an individual's attention from the act of driving. Distractions can include looking at something other than the road, hearing or listening to something not related to driving, adjusting the radio, and even daydreaming. Distracted driving increases your risks of crashing, and it refers to any non-driving activity you engage in that can be a potential distraction. Here's an activity to determine if you are a distracted driver. Answer these questions to yourself. Do you look at the scenery while driving? Do you eat or drink coffee in the car? Do you put on makeup or fix your sunglasses? Or do you talk on your hands-free cell phone? If you answer yes to at least 3 of these statements, you are considered as a distracted driver. So in the next few slides, I'll discuss the different causes of distractions while driving. Types of distractions. The types I'll talk about today are road distractions, drinking and driving, texting, as well as some other distractions. Roadside features can be a major distraction to our everyday drive. Driving through a crash site and looking out for other drivers can disrupt our focus from driving safely. Even paying attention to signs and displays takes our eyes off of the road. It's especially important to pay attention when driving through a work zone. Not being cautious and driving over the speed limit when we're in these areas can be fatal. Think about this. Experimental studies have determined that distractions of all types affect driving performance. But these studies can't predict what effect various distractions have on your risk of a crash. Let's see how much you know about driving drunk and the law for it. What is the Pennsylvania law regarding the blood alcohol content? 0.08, 0.10, or 0.15? So in Pennsylvania, the blood alcohol content of 0.08 is considered beyond the limit. Also, Pennsylvania has a zero tolerance law that a minor under the age of 21 can be charged with a DUI if their blood alcohol content is 0.02 or greater. It's also important to note that a person who has had too much to drink just cannot sleep it off. The blood alcohol content continues to rise even after a person stops drinking. Knowing what makes up a standard drink can be helpful. So it's also very important to learn your own habits after having a drink, as we're all very different and respond a little differently to the volume we consume. So here on the screen lists a standard drink and what it looks like. In the United States, a standard drink contains 0.6 ounces or 1.2 tablespoons of pure alcohol. So generally, this amount of pure alcohol is found in a 12-ounce bottle of beer, 8 ounces of malt liquor, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of 80 proof distilled spirits or liquor. So I mentioned previously that a person simply cannot sleep it off. That is a myth. Blood alcohol continues to rise even after the last drink. And commercial drivers have a much lower level to be convicted of a DUI or driving under the influence, which translates as the law being much less tolerant for those drivers. Almost all states have passed distracted driving laws, some which prohibit all forms of handheld phone use and texting, while others have just banned texting. Currently, texting and driving is banned in 48 states, DC, Puerto Rico, and Guam. Of the 2 states without an all-driver texting ban, one prohibits text messaging by novice drivers. Despite these bans, millions of drivers continue to drive while distracted, which endangers not only themselves and their passengers, but other drivers on the road. So think about this for a moment. How aggressive are you when you drive? Are you aware of your own emotions during this time? When you're driving, have any of your passengers had to ask you to cool it down or calm down? So here lists some items that may cause you or others to be aggressive when driving. Things like getting passed on the road, maybe the speed of others, maybe they're driving too fast or too slow, other vehicle lights not working properly, vehicles switching lanes multiple times, maybe older drivers simply cruising the town, tailgaters, and as well as getting cut off. Aggressive driving is considered as a traffic offense and punishable by law. Speeding, excessive lane changing, and improper passing are all considered aggressive driving. And road rage is an assault with a motor vehicle or other dangerous weapon by the operator or passengers of another motor vehicle. Let's see how you do. True or false? Over half of all drowsy driving crashes involve drivers 25 years or younger. That is actually true. 55% of all crashes in which the driver fell asleep involved drivers 25 years and younger. True or false? It's estimated that 1 out of every 6 deadly traffic accidents is due to drowsy driving. That's true. A recent study by the American Automobile Association, or AAA, estimates that 1 out of every 6 deadly traffic accidents and 1 out of 8 crashes requiring hospitalization of car drivers or passengers is due to drowsy driving. And the third question, true or false, drinking and driving is more dangerous than drowsy driving? That's false. Drowsy driving is dangerous because sleep deprivation can have similar effects on your body as drinking alcohol. Being awake for 18 hours straight makes you drive like you have a blood alcohol content of 0.05. Your eyelids droop and your head starts to nod, yawning becomes almost constant, and your vision seems blurry. You blink hard, focus your eyes, and suddenly realize that you've veered onto the shoulder or into oncoming traffic for a moment and quickly straighten the wheel. This time you're lucky. Next time you might not be so lucky. According to the National Sleep Foundation's Sleep in America poll, 60% of Americans have driven while feeling sleepy, and 37% admit to actually having fallen asleep at the wheel in the past year. However, many people cannot tell if or when they are about to fall asleep. And if sleepiness comes on while driving, many say to themselves, I can handle it, I'll be fine. So some signs that should tell a driver to stop and rest include the difficulty focusing, frequent blinking or heavy eyelids, daydream like wandering or disconnected thoughts, trouble remembering the last few miles driven, missing exits or traffic signs, yawning repeatedly, rubbing your eyes, trouble keeping your head up, or even drifting from the lane or tailgating and not really realizing it, or just simply feeling restless and irritable. So before you get on the road, just remember, most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and most teens need 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep to maintain proper alertness during the day. And then also, when you take a 20-minute nap, be aware that it can make you groggy for about 15 minutes or more after waking. And another good tip is that caffeine can take about 30 minutes to enter the bloodstream. So let's talk prevention and how you can help. Wear a seatbelt and put pets in a safety harness or in a crate in the car. Be sure to keep all items that could slip or slide in a secure, snug location or even in the trunk. And adding a message to your phone that says, I'm driving, is a safe way to let others know that you can't respond right away. And finally, get involved and push for harsher penalties. Joining local groups, getting involved in local and state government, and making a commitment to yourself are just a few ideas. I'll touch on some resources if you want to explore more information on your own. Here are national websites with updated information, research, and statistics such as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, the Governor's Highway Safety Association, and the National Sleep Foundation. Here you'll find a few of the Capital Blue Cross resources, including the Case Management Program. Sometimes it takes a team to manage your health. The Capital Case Management team is on standby to help you with any complex medical needs. Additionally, I encourage you to create your secure member account at capbluecross.com and gain access to your member resources like the HealthWise Knowledge Base. You can access the knowledge base through your CBC member account after logging on and going to the wellness section. And in there you can search thousands of topics and use tools to help you make more informed decisions about your health care. The Nurse Line, as well as the Nurse Chat, get health questions answered 24/7. Questions about your health can come up at any time, day or night. So with Nurse Line, you pick up the phone and talk to a registered nurse, or with the chat, you can log on to your secure member account and start that chat session right away. And then Blue 365 offers health and wellness deals exclusive to you as a Capital member. Blue 365 offers discounts on fitness, personal care, healthy eating, financial health, lifestyle, and wellness, and many more. And then My Care Finder. You can search for doctors, specialists, facilities, get treatment cost estimates, and find treatment timelines. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. Have a safe drive.